This simple hide-and-seek indie game where you paint yourself to hide, called Meccha Chameleon, has already sold over 15 million copies on Steam. The problem is I don't have a PC, which means I don't have Steam. But I do have Fortnite, and Fortnite has plenty of knockoff Meccha Chameleons. So today, we will be hopping into one of these and figuring out if this is a viable substitute. Make sure to subscribe and enjoy the video. Alright, we are in. And for this first game, I was kind of thinking just explore the map a little bit and figure out the controls. As I was running around getting XP, I did notice that there was this shop. Now, I don't play creative a lot, so I don't know if this is common, but this does feel a little predatory to me. Alright, so we are going to start out as Hunter. It looks like there's 7 people that we have to find. Just check every corner. I don't really know what I'm looking for, so I'm hoping just to find someone just to get like a baseline. Oh, there's a guy. Oh. So I didn't even shoot. I tried to shoot at him and it didn't go off, and then he just turned into Bugs Bunny, so I don't know what the deal was there, but maybe that counts as I found someone. I am noticing that this map is very big. There's a lot of cool details though. Man, there are 4 painters left and we just can't find them anywhere. So the painters did end up winning, and I noticed a detail that the real game has that this game doesn't have, is that you can actually see where they're hiding after the game is over. This one didn't have that. So we are actually hiding this round. It looks like we're in the Backrooms map. Again, the map design is really cool. The controls do seem a little wonky. They feel a little off. But, I mean, I'm also on controller, so it's harder to judge. Man, this shadow that I have is really messing up every spot I have. Maybe, like, against this wall, maybe it would work. Yeah, again, just that shadow is really messing me up. Alright, I think I'm just going to try to paint myself against this wall. Yeah, I can't really figure out the coloring here. Okay, there we go. I managed to get the coloring. None of these really help me out here. The color selection is a little small, which, I mean, is fine. Alright, so I'll just paint myself a little bit. I also can't really get lower, which is kind of tricky. This is like as low as the camera gets, so it's kind of hard to get any detail on it. Alright, I think we're just going to leave it and hope we get lucky. Oh, that guy just ran by and he didn't notice, so maybe this spot's better than I thought. Oh. Uh-oh. Never mind. Alright, so we are seeking again. Now, I'm curious to see other people's spots, because I wonder if theirs are better, if like they were able to figure out the controls a little better than I am. Oh, there's someone. Yeah, theirs was pretty good, but I mean, it still wasn't great. And I am noticing every time I try to reload, I also keep accidentally opening up the shop, which is kind of annoying. Alright, so I played a few more rounds, figured out the controls a little better, and I managed to get a decent spot here, kind of against the corner. I did notice that the painting details is still hard, because the camera that you paint with, it's like a human, so it like still runs into like walls, and it runs into like obstacles and stuff, which kind of makes it more tricky. But I figured out that you can change the darkness, which is really nice. And then you can just change the color of your body, which is nice. Makes it pretty simple. So, we'll see how this spot goes. Oh, okay, so we got found immediately. But, I mean, I think that was my best hiding spot yet. Alright, so hunters win again. I have noticed in this game, it is very hard for the hiders to actually win. Maybe that's because a lack of like paint variety, or maybe this lobby is just really good seekers, but I don't know what the deal is. That was Meccha Chameleon in Fortnite. I will give the map a total of 5 out of 10. The map design was very good, and I got a lot of good XP. The coloring was a bit clunky, but overall a decent substitute that might scratch that itch of FOMO. Subscribe.